Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome back to another exciting edition of the American Revolution, Lesson 3, with your host, me, Mrs. Inman. Okay, so I need you to get your mentor text out, and a pencil, and a highlighter, and then we can get started. So our learning goals today are I can recognize the structure, characteristics, and purpose of a chronological text, and I can use chronological text structure to analyze and discuss important ideas in a text. Chronological, big word, it means in order. So when it comes to years, it would mean like 1980, 1985, 1990, 1995 in order. Okay, so let's get started. Let's talk about text structures, excuse me. So today we're going to talk about chronological. Now we've talked about compare and contrast and problem and solution. Today we're talking about chronological. Chronological's text structure's purpose is to show the order in which historical events occurred and how those events are connected to each other. Okay, some signal words that you'll be looking for with chronological order are the word years, like in 1776, the word when, after, later, following, before, earlier, first, next, then, last. They're all time frame words. Okay? So if you turn to page 6, you're going to see that you want to find out what sequence of events led to tensions between Great Britain and the American colonists. All right, well, I already see 1763. That will help us because, and then the word after it was over. So that's helping us show sequential order, chronological order. Okay, this part here lets me know that Parliament's decision to tax the colonists followed the French and Indian War, because it says right even here, it says 1763 after the French and Indian War. Okay, and then again, after it was over, Parliament decided to tax the colonists. I also circled 1765. Okay, and I put brackets around a few years later. That's your context clue to figure out, oh, here we go. We're in chronological order. And here the author uses the date and a signal phrase, which is a few years later, to help the reader clearly see the order of and the connection between these two historical events. Okay? So basically it's saying in 1765, which is a few years after the Parliament's decision to tax the colonists, that the Parliament passed the Stamp Act. So they're showing the connection between the two. Your answer to our question, and I kind of just already said that, is that after the French and Indian War in 1763, Parliament passed the taxes such as the Stamp Act and the Townshend Acts, and of course we know that that angered the American colonists. All right, it's your turn. Here's our question. What events led up to the passage of the Intolerable Acts? We're looking to what events led up to the passage of the Intolerable Acts. So read page 7. I want you to highlight dates, words, phrases that show the chronological structure. So take a few minutes to do that, and then come on back and we'll discuss. All right, welcome back. As you can see, I have annotated my page. I've circled dates. I have put brackets around words. Oh, you can kind of not see. I'm going to move myself here, right there. And so what I've written down is maybe something that you have written down that's similar. The tensions increased between the colonists and Great Britain in the years after 1765. So, because down here it's telling you, okay, so after 1765, oh, sorry, up here, I kept thinking 1775, but the Boston Massacre happened in 1770. Following the Boston Massacre, protests increased in intensity. Then a group of patriots destroyed the shipment of British tea in the Boston Harbor in 1773. And of course, that all led up to the Intolerable Acts in 1774. So I hope that you got that and you're able to connect. Okay, what are the events that led up to the Intolerable Acts? All right. Let's talk about our learning. Are you a 4, a 3, a 2, or a 1? That you can recognize the structure, characteristics, and purpose of a chronological text, and that you can use chronological text structure to analyze and discuss important ideas in a text. Write it down in the corner of your mentor text, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow and talk about the American Revolution some more. Bye-bye.